Hey guys, Jacob Moon with Jacob Moon's Mox back again, and it feels good to be back. This is another episode of Whips with Jacob. I know it's been a while since the last one, but I want to give you some updates. So, obviously, I haven't talked to you guys since the holidays, and sorry about that. But holidays were kind of busy. Yeah, and it being 2020, it's been pretty crazy. Wait. Oh, it's also been past New Year's. Really sorry about how late this is. Anyway, I do have some updates for you guys. Alright, so I got some cool stuff this Christmas. And give me a minute. I'm trying to think about what I got. No. I did get the Lego Movie 2 Metalbeard's Pop Party something. Let me grab it real quick. So yeah, I got this little Metalbeard party set. Came with this little Unikitty. And that was pretty much the main Legos thing I got. And I'll tell you why. So I asked for money more than anything else this Christmas. Because, well, I kind of spent enough money on Lego independently. So, let me show you one other thing I got for Christmas. And then I'll show you what I got myself. So those of you who have been following my Whips with Jacob might know I am trying to build a replica of Titanic. I've never seen the movie, so if you ask, it's not because I like the movie. I've kind of just fallen in love with the ship, like the design of the ship itself. And yeah, I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments for this amazing beard work and hair. Oh my gosh, my hair has been terrible. But it's besides the point. Here is what I got. I got this really cool foam Titanic model that I had to put together myself. Obviously, I love Lego. This is not Lego. This is foam made by a company, which I have the box still because of really beautiful, beautiful stuff they make. If you like the Titanic and you have, I believe this was $50. I don't know. This is something my mom got me, and I mean this is a great, great thing. It's very different than Lego. I will say that it's more akin to origami. So if you like origami, you might enjoy this. Let me grab the box real quick. So this is a really high quality box that you put this in. And as you can see, it's really cool looking. And all of this came from sheets of foam. So let me show you an example. Here's one. So all of these were filled with pieces, and you had to individually take them. I believe there was 12 pages, a total of 266 pieces. And my favorite feature of the entire model, it has LED lights. So let me take this model, put it right for you guys, and then you can just flip the switch on the bottom of the back here. I know it's not meant to be a review, but I just really want to share this with you guys because I'm really, really happy with how this thing turned out. Alright, next I'm going to move you guys so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So here we are in a different position. There's the box, made by Cubic Fun, LED inside, and that's what the inside of the box looks like after I'm done. These are all the little shavings of pieces I had to take out. I kept it just for the fun of it. They give you this little tool, grab that real quick, that you're supposed to use in order to take these and poke the holes out. But I found this thing is just a little too bulky, so I just used a little Lego spear piece. But anyway, I want to show you guys the LEDs on this thing. Like I said, this thing is pretty big. Let me grab a minifig for scale. Alright, here is Benny for scale. As you can see, it's obviously not minifig scale, but I feel like that's a great representation on just how large this model actually is. Alright, let me turn the lights out and turn on those LEDs. Because, trust me, when this thing glows, this thing looks so much better. And there you have the Titanic. And I absolutely love this model. For the only reason of this. It's not really showing up on camera as well as it does in person. I'll be honest with it. But, wow. This thing just captures the beauty that was the thing. This is the only piece that really falls off. Just go right in the center there, but I ain't gonna worry about it right now. Her bow. And 4 funnels. Benny. Ah, it's just beautiful. Real tragic loss over the lives of the people on that ship, but Alright, enough Titanic. Back to Lego. Well, I'll be honest with you, I kinda lied. Now to show you my Lego Titanic. No progress. And in fact, been debating on something. After seeing how beautiful that the LEDs look inside of the Titanic in their model, I'm not going back on the drawing board and recreating this thing with that intent in mind. So instead of having this all open like it is in this model, even though I love the amount of detail I put in this, it's just been really hard. And I don't think anybody wants to spend hours discussing how each one of these things equates to something on the real Titanic. Also, my scaling is completely off. The heights of these rooms need to be like 1 stud in order to fit with this length. After looking at the model of Cubic Fun, I've realized that. And that's a problem. That's a big problem, because even in their ship, to get that height, each layer is equivalent to 2 studs. And their model is obviously a lot larger than mine. Let me actually show you a quick comparison between the two. So this is mine. Bring the camera down, hopefully. Alright, this is my model. As you can see, we are right above the ground. See if I can just get that thing to stand. Alright, so that's kind of the size of my model. A little bit heavier in the back. This is the size of their model. As you can see, my model comes to the exact same height. However, I've still got, I think, 3 more layers of stacks before I get to finish the black off. That's an issue, because if you count the windows, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, or no, just 5. There's 5 layers of black. I've got 2, so I would have to do 3 more, then the white layer, then the top cabin, or the top layer, and then 1 more layer after that, and then the funnels. So my scale's completely off, which isn't normally an issue for me. However, I really wanted this model to be something as accurate as I could, just out of respect for this the tragedy. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of that. Moving on from the Titanic, I promise this time. I destroyed the underwater Titanic. I felt like I couldn't give it justice and the respect that it deserves with the amount of parts I have. So I gave up on that idea. But I do have some other projects I want to show you. So, back to Christmas. I decided to get me some things. And one of those things was a Lego set that I've been wanting to get ever since it came out. This is the track racer. Fully RC. I think Target had it on sale for like $60, 60, 70, something like that. And this thing's about to retire. In fact, I think it already has. So I want to get, while I could, because it's 2 large motors, battery box, and IR receiver. That's pretty much all you need to make a tank. That's what I plan on doing, make a tank. So hopefully I can get onto that. Another thing I got, which arguably is much cooler, I finally got a buwizz. Okay, let me preface this. For those who don't know what a buwizz is, let me bring this as an example. So in order to make a Lego RC car, education with Jacob, you ready for this? In order to make an Lego RC car, you have to have a battery box and an IR receiver, which also means you have to have a remote control, such as this one. Now, in order for this to work, you obviously have to turn it on, and this remote sends a signal to the IR receiver, which sends power to the tread when you flip the switch. Now, the issue comes with IR, infrared. Infrared is what these things use. That's what the IR stands for. And it's infrared light, which is a certain light frequency we can't see. But actually, fun fact, if you take your camera of your phone to your TV remote and you look at the IR and you press a button, if you see a color light up, you'll see it on the phone camera, but you won't see it with your naked eye. Little fun fact. And that's a good way to test if your batteries are working in your remote. Anyway, the problem with IR is that it bounces all over the room. That's why if you're far away from the TV, you can press a button and it works. Most TV remotes now use IR, which is great, unless you're trying to control power. When it comes to Lego, their IR can get blocked by many things, and these transmitters are just not powerful enough to accurately work in different areas. Farther away, closer away, closer away. Anyway, you get the gist. It doesn't work very well. And the sun is a huge emitter of infrared signals, which basically means it blocks it. And if you're outside, you'll be able to drive it if you keep the IR like within 3 feet, not even. So that basically removes all outside driving. So the buwizz goes out to fix this. It replaces the infrared with Bluetooth. Now you could be saying, well, the S-Brick does that. If you know what the S-Brick is, that's just a 4-channel Bluetooth controller. It replaces the IR receiver, and it's about $60, which not great deal, but these are $15 by themselves, and the remote is $10, so that's $25. So you are saving a little bit, and you'd have to buy 2 infrared, the 2 of the IR receivers, and 2 remotes in order to control it. So as you can see, that's $60 right there. So you are saving a good bit of money if you do the S-Brick. However, the issue with the S-Brick is that you still have the same power supply that you would have with the IR receiver. So the buwizz replaces both battery box, IR receiver, and remote control. I have it plugged in currently, but that right there is the buwizz inside of this awesome Doom buggy I made. And for those of you who are part of my Discord, if you aren't, I want to go ahead and join the Discord. We're going to start some really fun games. We're going to start playing games on it. We've got challenges that you can join in. And a lot of people there. The moderators of my server are really nice, really great people. And we would love to see you there. It's so much fun. Anyway, advertising aside, I have released unlisted videos for this model. Some of them will be in the description, but I have more over on my Discord server. So if you want to see this thing in action, some first-person perspectives will be down in the description. And if you want to see some videos of it non-first person, where so you can actually see how fast it goes from my point of view, you can check that out, like I said, in my Discord. So that's how that's going to work. But I got a buwizz sticker right on the front bumper, and because they include that with your order. And like I said, there's the buwizz hiding in there. This thing outputs more voltage than a regular battery box would. So that means faster speeds, higher torque, and with the buwizz app, more control over what you're doing. So this thing's running 2 RC buggy motors. I'll admit that's a little overkill. The buwizz is only designed for 1, so I'm a teensy bit overpowering, or I'm underpowering them. They actually recommend you have 2 buwizz, for 1 for each motor. I can't afford to do that. So I've just got the 1 buwizz running 2 at the same time. It's a little bit much. I can't even go into, I can go into slow. They have 4 settings which control what different outputs voltage they do. I can't remember the exact specs. You have slow, which is lower than Lego standard. Normal, which is Lego standard. Fast, which is a couple of voltage more than Lego standard. And then you have ludicrous, which is like 11 out of 12 volts. And obviously, more volts, more speed, more power. I can't go into ludicrous. These 2 buggy motors are already begging for as much power as they can. So, anyway, enough electronic education aside. By the way, I am going to college for this kind of thing. So, this is kind of my element. Anyway, that's what that is. So, more power, more speed, more torque. Thanks, buwizz. I did pay for it. It's 120, I think. No, 130. And it's mostly because it is a private company and one that are really nice about what they do. They are from another country, so it did take a little while for it to ship, but I'm not going to complain about it. Anyway, that's about it for this thing. So if you want to see this thing in action, check the description. Full video on that thing hopefully will come soon, but then again, I've been promising there's going to be a J video, and obviously that hasn't happened yet. Alright, so I think that's enough for this video. This thing's already almost 20 minutes long, and I don't know how many of you are actually going to watch the full thing. So, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this part 1 of the return of Whips with Jacob. And I'm about to go film part 2. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Jacob Moons for Jacob Moons Fox. Whips episode part 1 is done. I'll see you guys in the next one.